Alors, bonsoir. Je suis M. Bessan Comlan, docteur nutritionniste spécialisé dans la médecine alternative. Je travaille beaucoup plus dans la recherche sur des champignons comestibles médicinaux pour proposer une solution de santé à la population. Alors, je suis ici pour présenter un projet qui va faire développer les produits de la marque Champizo, que ma société a créé il y a de cela 5 ans. Alors, nous avons fait un constat. Le constat, c'est que la population est exposée à tout ce qui est pollution environnementale, à tout ce qui est problème de toxines que nous retrouvons dans les aliments, les additifs, les colorants et tout ça. Alors, on a réfléchi à apporter une solution parce que ce constat a créé un problème. Et le problème, c'est le surcharge que nous avons de notre organisme et qui crée la recrudescence des maladies dégénératives, surtout celles qui touchent beaucoup plus le bon fonctionnement du foie. Alors, rapidement à ça, notre solution nous permet de développer des produits en boisson détox pour prévenir ces maladies qui vont attaquer le foie et également de développer des compléments alimentaires à base de ces champignons extraits qui vont permettre d'éradiquer les maladies dégénératives. On a vu qu'il y a déjà des solutions développées de part et autre par StepTech et tout ça là, mais sont limitées. Ces solutions sont limitées. Nos produits, vous pouvez les voir déjà, nos produits sont là. Et nos produits sont là, on va vous les passer. Alors, rapidement, nous avons un plan marketing. Notre plan marketing nous permet de faire consommer nos produits et de recommander afin de gagner après. Alors, nous avons déjà expérimenté ce marché et aujourd'hui, nous avons 50 000 consommateurs au Togo qui sont capables de dépenser $30 par mois et ce qui nous permet de se projeter sur notre capacité financière à partir de 2020 où nous comptons ne serait-ce que réaliser $8 000 comme chiffre d'affaires sur le marché disponible uniquement au Togo qui est de $164 000. Alors, je pouvais dire que nos besoins sont en 3. Nous voulons, par le financement que nous sollicitons, financer l'amélioration du packaging de nos produits afin d'être attractifs sur le marché. Nous voulons également investir un peu dans l'équipement et également investir beaucoup plus dans ce qui est la promotion par la publicité. Et notre besoin se scinde en 2. Nous avons un besoin immédiat qui est évalué à $200 000 et un autre qui est à 2 millions pour construire l'usine. Je vous remercie.
Thank you very much. Maybe I'll start with one quick question for you. I'd like to understand a little bit more if you can tell us, do you want me to tell you in French? Do you prefer?
Yeah, I can't speak English. But
Ok, je vais te dire en français alors,
Okay.
parce que les autres peuvent avoir quelque chose pour traduire. Je voulais te demander, les produits que tu vends sur le marché, d'où viennent-ils? Ont-ils été récoltés, créés, manufacturés au Togo, autre part? Est-ce que c'est ta recette, c'est quelque chose que toi-même tu as développé ou est-ce que c'est des produits d'une tierce personne? Et si c'est le cas, y a-t-il des analyses scientifiques ou de recherche qui montrent les bénéfices?
Ok, j'ai commencé mon développement par dire que moi-même je suis un docteur nutritionniste et ces produits ont été développés au Togo par ma propre recherche. Et donc nous avons associé des scientifiques. Actuellement, nous avons une équipe scientifique conduite par les professeurs-chercheurs à l'université de Lomé, une équipe qui est dans la recherche et l'innovation et le développement de nos produits. Alors, c'est ma propre société créée il y a de cela 6 ans que je l'ai créée. Et nos produits font déjà d'impact, d'attraction sur le marché national. Et nous avons été même soutenus par le gouvernement pour lancer le projet en 2013 avec un fonds de 5 millions. Et l'année passée, à travers les solutions qu'apportent mes produits à tous ceux qui sont atteints par des maladies dégénératives, nous avons été décorés par le chef de l'État porté à l'Ordre national de mérite.
Comme non? Voilà, j'ai juste une question parce que vous savez, tout ce qui est médicament, je suppose que c'est un médicament. Il faut une licence de mise en consommation. Dans quel pays, à part le Togo, ce produit a été autorisé à être consommé? Et quel est le recul suffisant que vous avez pour nous dire qu'il n'y a pas d'effet secondaire? Parce que vous savez très bien qu'on peut vous trouver cet argent et tomber en faillite dès qu'il y a un mort. Quelle garantie offrez-nous en tant qu'investisseur?
Merci beaucoup. Nos produits ne sont pas les premiers à développer des produits à base des champignons comestibles. J'avais cité déjà l'exemple de Forever Living, j'ai cité le vent de Stemtech, j'ai cité le vent de Chanchin, de Alliance. Nous avons plusieurs sociétés qui sont internationales, qui font déjà la transformation des champignons. Ce qui nous différencie avec peut-être ces sociétés, c'est le fait que nous avons fait une combinaison spéciale qui nous permet, c'est une volonté. Ces sociétés aussi pourront faire cette combinaison pour éradiquer la maladie, mais on veut créer une dépendance. Les champignons ne sont pas un médicament, c'est un aliment. Et en nutrition, nous l'avons étudié comme le roi des aliments. Alors le roi des aliments parce que tout ce que nous allons manger pourra nous apporter se retrouve dans 10 grammes de champignons. Et donc, ce n'est pas un truc inventé, ça existe déjà, les gens l'ont déjà essayé ailleurs, mais nous avons ajouté la volonté afin de rendre ce produit particulier pour non seulement soutenir, accompagner ceux qui sont malades, mais les conduire vers l'éradication totale de la maladie, surtout celles qui sont liées au foie, parce que j'ai vu devant moi quand ça tombait quelqu'un qui est malade de foie, de maladie de foie. C'est ce qui m'a poussé à me lancer. Depuis là, nous avons commencé par sauver des vies par rapport à ceux qui sont atteints par des maladies hépatiques. Nous arrivons à les faire soutenir. Donc voilà ma passion, et donc c'est développé ailleurs. Il n'y a pas de question de licence. Nos produits sont déjà testés. Nous avons déjà eu les premières certifications, non seulement au niveau national, mais nos produits ont été déjà aussi vendus en Belgique, où on a trouvé un partenaire qui prend nos boissons détox du Togo et les vend déjà en Belgique. J'ai déjà fait une expérience également en Chine, où j'étais cette année déjà 2 fois pour un partenariat où nos produits seront développés là-bas. Et donc, moi, ma vision, c'est de ne pas avoir de crédit tout de suite extérieur très gigantesque, mais je voulais que la société même soit autosuffisante afin de conduire son propre développement. C'était bon.
Très bien. Ce que je peux faire, ce n'est pas mon secteur d'activité privilégié. Je vais vous donner ma carte. On va rester en contact. Si je peux vous aider, ça sera avec plaisir. Merci.
Okay, a few questions from my side.
It's not work.
I can translate.
Okay.
There's a spare one. So, just from being a banker, I need to focus on the numbers. So currently, 50,000 users, 50,000 customer base in Togo alone.
Oui. Actuellement au Togo, nos clients fidèles, ceux qui ont déjà expérimenté nos produits sur les 5 ans, nous avons une base de données et ça fait 50 000 utilisateurs. Ça, c'est le minimum, ceux qui sont fidèles et qui utilisent nos produits.
Okay, and that's purchasing monthly. I'm just trying to understand the turnover, the kind of turnover, where the cost base is. I have a little bit of interest in the financing. You're looking for factory. It's the area of expertise that we have as bankers. So that's the area, that's the direction I'm trying to take you in, to kind of look at what your turnover is per month, your customer, how sustainable that customer base is. We didn't see a lot of numbers in your presentation, so it's very difficult to evaluate that number just in terms of projections, etc.
Ce qui fait un peu le miracle autour de nos produits, c'est que nous ne faisons pas une grande publicité pour le moment. C'est un projet que nous avons lancé en 2013 qui a attiré beaucoup de consommateurs qui sont satisfaits et qui recommandent. C'est ce qui nous a poussé, même cette année, à mettre en place un réseau marketing de distribution. On ne veut pas se lancer dans la vente classique, mais nous voulons organiser pour la toute première fois en Afrique où un produit est développé en Afrique et mis en réseau de distribution. Donc, parlant de ce marché, nous avons même plus que 50 000 dans notre base de clientèle. Mais ceux qui achètent quotidiennement et qui ont la capacité de pouvoir dépenser $30 par mois, c'est eux qui font ces 50 000 et nous avons des preuves pour montrer. Maintenant, ce qui fait un peu, nous bloque un peu, c'est notre capacité à produire, à faire une grande production. C'est ça. Ça, c'est un. Parce que nous n'avons pas justement de fonds extérieurs. Ce n'est pas parce que les banques ne veulent pas. Mais nous avons voulu finir avec la phase expérimentale, finir avec la phase de réussite du produit, ce qui vient d'être fait cette année. Et notre projection à partir de l'année prochaine, 2020, c'est maintenant de sortir avec les nouvelles maquettes que vous venez de voir pour nos produits et tout ça.
Laisse-moi te couper parce qu'il reste juste quelques secondes seulement.
Okay.
Mais pour revenir à la question de Robin, on aimerait savoir si 50 000 clients par $30, ça fait 1,5 million de chiffre d'affaires.
Voilà.
Est-ce que c'est ton chiffre d'affaires aujourd'hui? Est-ce que c'est ton chiffre d'affaires sur les 5 dernières années ou c'est le chiffre d'affaires que tu prévois pour l'année prochaine?
Ok. Notre projection, ce n'est pas ça. Avec le réseau marketing, déjà 2020, nous voulons toucher 1 million de consommateurs. Même ce matin, j'ai déjà développé un partenariat avec un Rwandais qui veut représenter nos produits parce qu'il l'a justement vu. Et il veut représenter nos produits ici. Nous l'avons déjà fait en Afrique, en Égypte également. Mais c'est la capacité à pouvoir les fournir. Et donc, si nous commençons cette année avec cette capacité, une grande capacité de production, on pourra atteindre un grand nombre. Et notre projection, c'est d'atteindre avant la fin de 2020 1 million de consommateurs pour ne faire au-delà de 10, pourquoi pas plus que 10 milliards de chiffre d'affaires en francs CFA et en dollars. Donc, vous voyez déjà l'approximation.
So, may I propose, like coming to what you just said, Robin, I've invested quite a lot in your sector, mostly abroad, like in Australia, where there's a very big nutraceutical industry, and elsewhere. But what I can propose so that we can move forward with what you're doing, because I know the market is huge, but we need to understand the details, is if you could send us, in your time, a little bit of the historical numbers of the business for the past year, couple of years from 2013, understanding what are your projection in terms of revenue, costs, investment needs over the next 8 quarters, and that we can see what makes sense in terms of financing. Is it equity financing that is needed in order to support your business growth? Is it manufacturing, financing, which will be more maybe in the form of finance and trade finance or for factory building? And we can have a discussion about what type of capital is the most appropriate for your growth plans.
Okay.
Yeah. Most of the people that we meet in these are startups. You've got a 5-year track record. You've got financial information. You're able to make your projections based on realistic numbers. It's something that any financier is happy to look at. Much better than a number of the startups that we're looking at, who've only testing now. You're well into that phase. So I agree with Angela.
Merci beaucoup et nous allons mettre quand même les documents nécessaires à votre disposition parce que nous avons déjà un plan d'affaires disponible pour le développement de notre entreprise et nous pensons quand même vous fournir les informations nécessaires qui allons peut-être vous convaincre à vous joindre à nous parce que nous cherchons des partenaires pour toucher un grand nombre de personnes en Afrique. Je vous remercie.
Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Merci. Merci. Notre deuxième entrepreneur a voyagé depuis le Tchad. Le prochain entrepreneur vient du Tchad. On a Youssouf Ali qui va venir nous présenter maintenant.
Tous. Bonjour à tous. Hello everyone. My name is Youssouf Ali. I'm the founder and CEO of Courant Jabo. Courant Jabo actually is a social startup that provides energy for low-income individual household in Central Africa. Why is that? The reason is very simple. In Chad, the electrification rate is only 6.4% of the population have access to electricity, which means that 40 million persons are living without access to energy. And they're spending huge amount of money using kerosene, candle, or generator. And also it's environmentally harmful. For example, the amount of money spent yearly, that represents $384 million. So our solution is, sorry, it's gone. Our solution is, for example, pay-as-you-go solution. Pay-as-you-go, we are working with solar panel lamp that you have one solar panel, a small one, and 3 lighting lamp. And our customer can pay in a small installment, monthly, daily, or weekly. The product, for example, costs $120 US dollar. And then our payment plan is weekly. For example, monthly, the customer pays $20. Each month, they are paying $20 and to own the product after 6 months. Since we have been in the market, we have developed the market. We have started in 2018 and reached 400 user customer, generating 28K of revenue, accumulating revenue. And then also we have a presence in 3 regions around Chad and with margin rate of 63%. So Chad market represents the potential of $100 million, and we are targeting for the next 3 years only 2% of this market. And the general Central Africa huge. The Central Africa represents the potential market of $2.5 billion, and for the next in the long run we are targeting 4% of this market. So this is the competition that we have in the market. We are the only pay-as-you-go company right now, but there is Total has some Pico Solar that meeting the global lighting standard. So our growth strategy is based on to be everyone in every district in Chad through expansion, and also to develop our own product that will be built in-house for other segment of customer, and for the long run to target other countries in Central Africa. So this is our team. We are passionate, determined people. We need to do impact in our own country. We're experiment people in entrepreneurship across Africa, Europe, and the Middle East. Our need today is 300K for 50% of equity. That we will consecrate for 6% for growth. Sales and marketing will represent 20%, and R&D will represent 50%. Merci de m'avoir écouté. Thank you for listening.
I need to take that one first, I'm sorry, since
Please go.
this is my sector of predilection. So you may know I'm part of a company that does that as well across Africa. And there's a lot of challenges along that growth journey. So I would like to ask you just, what part of the value chain are you focusing on? What is it going to be your core competency? What are you doing? Are you going to manufacture as well? Are you a distributor? Are you doing the consumer financing? Explain me what is your core competency, because this is obviously a competitive market. There's a huge need, but it's one that requires a lot more money than what you're raising as well in order to make it work at scale.
Of course. So, for example, when we started, we are based actually as a distributor, because what touched me is, in Chad and every day that's around, because we have lack of electricity, and there is sun or panel, and there is the country that we have sun. There is a potential for solar. And then there's technology advancing in other countries, for example, East Africa, here in Rwanda or Kenya. And then no one is doing in chat. And then we say, okay, this is a potential. Maybe we can inform people this is something that useful, less, good for them, and also it's cost it's cost less money for them. It's not expensive, so it's affordable. So this is what we are trying to do first. And then there are other customers that are coming in. They say, okay, the lighting is good, but now we need, for example, TV, we need furniture, we need other things. As there is no in the other market, we need to focus on this, and we need to also experiment this model. So distribution is part of the job, and also we need to focus, for example, on manufacture, if we are going to assemble it ourselves and to partner with other companies. But also the R&D will be focused, for example, on using, for example, the technology. We are working with IoT, Internet of Things, right now, but also how to experiment, for example, blockchain technology to do a smart contract. These are other things like it can allow us to grow and to reach other potential market.
Question, or should I follow up with one more?
Go for it.
One more, and then I'll
You're dealing with the experts, so...
Yeah, sure. Know that.
We've been doing it for quite a few years. On terms of your price plan, can you describe me the spec of your system, the technical spec of the system? As you know, it's when you're dealing with a product that is a social need, a vital need, a critical needs of a huge part of your population, it's essential that you play the volume game, not the margin game. So it's having it at very large volume and in a way that you can finance your growth so that you can put it to the hands of many of people, and then you will make them create success for your company and growth for your company like that. So can you explain me the growth versus the pricing so that I understand what you're selling for that price?
Okay, for example, the price is right now is $1,700. So this is the price that we are selling for. We're putting that, for example, in other countries, I know that they are doing for 1 year to do that, but as we are starting as a startup, we don't have that capacity, for example, to give loan for more than 6 months. So this is why we have shorter also the term, and also the price is a bit high, I know that, because we need to run, we need to stay in the market in order that to keep our door open and keep running. So that's why the price also is a little bit high. And then we know that the potential, the market is really huge, and that we know that we need the volume. And also, when we have the financial and the capacity to do that, then the price also, we are going to lower the price then in order to be accessible for everyone as well.
Thank you.
I have one or two questions, and you're dealing in a market which is really competitive. I looked at your pricing, is a lot more expensive than the landed cost that we're seeing it here. Your length of funding is also a lot shorter. Who have you looked at up to now in terms of financing for this product? Are you live? I couldn't get that from your presentation. Are you piloting? Have you tested, or is it still in concept stage?
Actually, we have the pilot phase that we have paying customer. That's the revenue generating from our customer that we are paying on. We are on the market right now, but the volume is not huge. For example, we are distributing, for example, for 3 months we are exhibiting about 100 units solar product. So lighting 100 customers, which is really small and compared to the market. So we are already in the market. We know that also the competition is there, but no one is there in chat. We are the pioneer of that. And then we are aware of that, the competition is going to come, but our knowledge of the market, and also we are going to invest on R&D and R&D, it will give us a chance for innovation as well. Okay. I think it will make a difference, definitely.
You're aware that there's a massive international company that's just spectacularly failed that's in this area, and they had huge backing with massive finance from the likes of IFC and other development financial institutions. And they collapsed, and I think that was the direction in which the questions were going earlier, because you've only got the market potential is massive. You have to hold stocks, you have to be able to finance it. As maybe the amount that you're asking for is so small in terms of the overall need. And you don't even need to look at the rest of Africa. You can focus on Chad and make enough money in your country alone. The amount of potential there is for off-grid electricity is huge, and you actually end up not being an electricity supplier or an off-grid, you're in fact a microfinancier, because it's the financing for the equipment that you actually end up with. And I think take the opportunity, speak to the expert, and see. I think you're in a fantastic field, but I think your numbers need some tweaking in terms of the cost at the moment is much higher, and your numbers that you require is far too low. So for that reason, I'm going to...
Okay, thank you.
The jumping, do you want to ask a question on that one? Or we can go
No,
on negotiation?
I don't really have any comment on that. This is not an expertise which I own, actually.
So from my expertise, what I would offer, I mean, I don't know if you've looked into our company before, but obviously we're convinced about the potential of this sector. This is something that, it sees the future of electricity infrastructure, and it makes a lot of sense in many parts of the world. What I would say is, come talk to companies like ours, which have already developed Pan-African scale with millions of customers, where I would tell you that if you work alongside someone that can support your growth and support you in learning the first few steps, in getting your financing behind you, in negotiating the price of the system that you're buying, because you're probably buying them at a premium because you have very small scale, you will jumpstart much quicker, and you have a better chance of survival.
Thank you.
So come talk to us. Come take my card at the end, because I don't have them here. And let's chat, because we're in Central Africa, not in Chad, but we're in Central Africa, and we're doing some stuff in the region. So let's have a chat.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Come take my card. So our next entrepreneur is homegrown from Rwanda. Can we please hear from Felix to come on stage and talk to us?
Can this work? Okay, I will need... it doesn't. Okay, I will need someone who's working on this to be as fast as possible. Good afternoon, delegate of Youthconnekt and dear gorillas. Has anyone among us tried to buy a product made in Africa and has been discouraged by the fact that, but the perception that made in Africa products cannot be better than the foreign alternative? That's a big problem that is ruining our economies and making Africa the consumer-only market. What if someone brings up a solution through which product A, and the product A is made in Africa, and the product B is made elsewhere, and for this made in Africa product, the consumer is offered the consumer loan facility. I guess now we are going to start getting addicted to consume made home product. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Felix Mundimana, the co-founder of Jali Finance, a company whose mission is to promote made in Africa product through consumer loan. Next, please. But we started 1 year ago, and we had a limited capacity. We needed to start somewhere with something, one product, and we started with the sales of motorcycles made in Rwanda on credit, and we started on the Rwandan market. I'm talking about a market of 120 million USD and over 10,000 of motorcycle units sold per year. And if you look at the intra-African trade rate now is the lowest in the world, because it is 16.6, and now the balance of payment in Rwanda alone is minus 130 million Rwandan francs. Export minus import. Next. Next. So far, within the first year, we've raised the investment of 130 USD. We've given it 2 motorcycles, and we just finished the development of our mobile application. That will help us automate the process we've been doing manually, and also help us start accommodate other products other than motorcycles. Next. This is how it's look mobile application. Next. Next. We have a team behind the project with over 20 years of experience in top management of banks and the loan collection in microfinances. Next. We are looking for 300,000 USD with first convertible loans, all 20% of equity. Next. We have reasons to stimulate the gorillas to invest in our project, and I end up encouraging any of us in the room to take to make a contribution in promoting Made in Africa product, however big or small, because if not me and you who will do this, and if not now, when? Thank you.
Thank you.
Felix, I love your product. We all know that here in Rwanda, the moto, people wouldn't be able to survive without motos. And so the motorcycle has become the part of our lives in the country. I got one question. Take it from, you've only got 82, you financed 82 motorcycles, but you already have a collections officer. That's slightly worrying. Because it's only 82 motorcycles financed, so you're already worrying with collecting. Are people already starting to go into arrears, or what is your non-performing loan book look out of your small loan book that you have?
Yeah, thank you. The 82 motorcycles, it's what we've managed to achieve within the first year of activities, which will be massive in the next year. And we look at the we look at the investments we are looking for. Will help us by more than double of what we achieved in the first year. Yeah.
All right, but important from our point of view is you are providing finance at the moment. Of the people that have borrowed money from you, are they all up to date?
The letter of non-performing loan.
Correct.
The letter of non-performing loan has for now been, or the document has been, the highest have been 2.7%, and it is manageable because the motorcycles is still ours. It's still in the name of our company, and we do the ownership only when within 18 months when the driver has finished the payments.
Okay.
Yes.
And the motorcycles, are they used for personal use, or are they used
taxi.
for motos?
Taxi.
For motor
for
taxi.
Now. For now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Are you connecting now under new regulations from RURA? They have you have to have a monitoring device. Are you financing that as well, or only the vehicle?
No, we are not selling transport. We are not we're not selling transport as all these people you've seen. We are selling the first. We are now selling motors. But with the investment, we are going to change the business model a bit. To only sell the finance. There's a bit of difference because now when we sell we sell the motorcycle. It's like you have this phone, this screen, and you sell. You say, okay, go and you can come to pay me back later. But with the investment, you are going to apply for a kind of license. Not for Lula, but the financing one, which, for information now, we cannot do any other finance products because we don't have the central bank license. But we did that, and how we are doing now, it's a bit disadvantage because once we sell this, we record the whole amount we are expecting as a sale. Because our contract is as distributors of motorcycles for now. Thank you.
I've got more questions.
No, it's a no-go zone for me.
I think leasing in general is an industry that has a lot of room to grow on every possible product. What I would say is, you say it's a pilot and that you want to do everything made in Africa.
Yes, yes.
Stay focused for a while. It's not easy to develop multi-product financing. It's quite complicated. So I would say, like, start by, it's a very big sector you're in. There's a huge potential for moto. We've seen it in Southeast Asia. We're talking about it. We've seen it in other places. I financed a company that was doing huge similar model for electric bike in Southeast Asia. So there's a huge amount of potential. Try and stay focused for a bit, have some number, have some track record, and then I have funding available for that. I need a bit of track record. I need to see the numbers, how much you lease it for, what ended up being the margin, what is the NPL, and then this is very highly financeable.
Sure. So thank you for the advice. We've tried to build a big system around motorcycles, which I don't think banks are still interested in.
Felix, on the contrary, I actually want to tell you, on the contrary,
Yes.
banks can provide you without relinquishing control of your company to these investors. Banks can provide loans. You've been doing this. You've got a track record. We can provide you with gearing to help you gear up what you've done at the moment. We can provide you with more funding to help you gear up without losing any control within your company. So
Sure. Thank you. That's why I mentioned the convertible loans, which kind of not equity. It's something you can start with, but of course there's a classic way of banks to finance, which require a collateral that's bigger than the amount you're looking for, which are a weakness now.
And take this man's word. I know he's actually doing it for a
Felix,
fact.
in the last 10 months, I've financed 30 youths for more than 1 billion francs, and none of them had collateral. We can do it. So please, we can talk after this. I'd really like to, I like your idea. This market is big. There's a lot of potential for it in Rwanda.
Perfect.
Let's talk.
So can we say we have a deal for the loan? Because the loan will be enough. A loan of 300,000, that will be enough.
We can certainly consider it. Let's
okay.
talk. I'll need some more details.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I can have your card as well. Thank you. So with no further ado, can I have here Chancel Malenga from DRC, please?
Bonjour tout le monde, je suis Chancel Malanga, je viens de la RDC. Merci. Merci. Je suis cofondateur et responsable CEO de Eagle Sight, qui est une start-up qui évolue en RDC, Kinshasa. Alors aujourd'hui, je vous présente un service qui n'est pas en fait un produit comme les autres, appelé Kicali. En fait, ce service permet d'informer et de notifier le parent sur toutes les activités scolaires de leur enfant. Alors, pourquoi ce service? Parce que nous avons constaté qu'il y a une inefficacité de communication entre les acteurs de l'éducation de l'enfant. Raison pour laquelle nous avons réfléchi comment résoudre ce problème. Alors, qui est ces parents qui ne va pas accepter d'être informés de tout ce que l'enfant fait à l'école, genre ses absences, ses retards, la santé, la discipline et tout le reste. Et voilà. Comment la solution fonctionne? Premièrement, le parent se présente à l'école pour se faire enregistrer. Parce que l'application doit être sûre de la personne qui va recevoir ces informations. Alors, une fois qu'ils se présentent à l'école, ils s'enregistrent, ils pourraient alors payer sa souscription par Mobile Money, qui est fait M-Pesa actuellement, que nous utilisons en RDC, pour payer en fait son réabonnement et envie d'être en mesure de pouvoir recevoir toutes les informations fournies par l'école. Alors, Kela, c'est aussi un conseiller, il peut conseiller le parent, par exemple, en cas de retard répétitif d'un enfant ou bien un échec dans un cours, et ainsi de suite. Voilà, actuellement, nous sommes en RDC, nous avons déjà investi environ 20 000 $ pour cette solution et la solution a été lancée au début de l'année et actuellement, nous comptons autour de 60 000 souscriptions. Et nous savons tous très bien que la RDC, c'est un pays peuplé et actuellement, le potentiel, j'évolue au sein de Vodacom Congo, alors je sais combien le produit VAS rapporte et le potentiel marché en RDC est autour de 15 millions de dollars par mois. Alors le revenu généré par cette solution est partagé entre Youthconnekt, bien sûr, les écoles partenaires, les entreprises de télécommunications ainsi que d'autres partenaires. Voilà, nous cherchons 500 000 $ répartis pour 5 ans, à raison de 100 000 $ par année. Je dis et je vous remercie. Merci.
Félix, voilà, moi j'ai une question.
Je suis Chancel.
Comment?
Chancel.
Oh oui, pardon. Le même système existe dans la plupart des écoles que je connais. J'ai ma propre fille qui étudie au Canada et je reçois toutes les informations, les devoirs, les réunions, les cours. Elle doit faire des efforts, mais ce n'est pas payant. Mais je suis sûr que quelque part, dans le Minerval qu'on paye, il y a une partie qui est consacrée à la plateforme. Pouvez-vous plutôt changer le modèle, au lieu de facturer les parents, vous mettre d'accord avec les écoles, signer un partenariat avec chaque école pour inclure ce que vous voulez comme abonnement des parents.
Oui.
Et à ce moment-là, moi je serai votre investisseur.
Ok, merci pour le conseil.
Je suis une maman moi-même. Et une des choses que j'ai trouvé vraiment excellent, que j'ai vu dans un autre pays en particulier, mais que je ne vois pas dans tous les pays du monde aujourd'hui, c'est pas juste des rapports des écoles, parce que ça, comme l'a dit Eugène, c'est souvent inclus. C'est en fait avoir une interface qui me dit quelles sont les activités auxquelles je peux inscrire mes enfants tous les jours l'après-midi, faire certains cours, certaines visites, certaines choses extracurriculaires, quelles sont toutes les activités auxquelles je peux les inscrire et avoir des informations à jour tout le temps qui me dit quelles sont les offres, qu'est-ce qui est possible, qu'est-ce qui est gratuit, qu'est-ce qui est payant, qu'est-ce que je peux faire, pour quel âge, à quel moment, etc. Et pour ça, moi, je serai votre plus grand client. Parce que c'est quelque chose qui est très dur à trouver aujourd'hui en tant que parent.
Ok.
Et qui n'est pas facilement disponible. Je te dis, moi je l'ai vu en Angleterre. En Angleterre, il y a une app qui est encore pas parfaite, mais qui déjà m'a changé la vie en tant que parent. Il faudrait qu'on en ait plus dans tous les pays. Ça, c'est un énorme potentiel. Je crois que c'est aussi quelque chose d'intéressant que tu peux développer avec ton network.
Ok, grand merci.
Juste une question de plus de mon côté, je crois que c'est un peu une question commune pour vous tous. Tu peux nous dire en 2019 qu'est-ce que tu as fait comme chiffre, comme pénétration, comme users, où est-ce que tu en es?
Bon, en fait, actuellement, nous avons lancé la solution au début de l'année. Et tel que je l'ai dit tout à l'heure, nous avons déjà autour de 60 000 enregistrements. 60 000 enregistrements, donc en partenariat avec les écoles. Et nous avons investi pour le développement de la solution 20 000 $. Et actuellement, nous sommes aussi en intégration avec Net1, qui est une entreprise au Zimbabwe.
60 000 users qui te payent $1 par mois?
Oui, justement.
Donc tu fais 60 000 $
Bon, en fait,
par mois aujourd'hui?
En fait, ils se sont fait enregistrer, mais ils n'ont pas. Ils ne payent pas encore, mais ils se font enregistrer.
Quand est-ce qu'ils seront payants?
Bon, je pense que d'ici la fin de ce mois, on verra quand même quelque chose bouger. Parce qu'il y avait quand même un petit souci au début de l'année scolaire. Bon,
Ok.
Au pays, je veux dire.
Ok, si on peut regarder ça ensemble, je veux bien voir ce que tu es en train de développer là.
D'accord. Ok, merci.
Merci. Any further questions?
No, thanks.
Thank you very much. And now we're going to have Rabia coming from Djibouti. Yes, we have one lady at least.
Oh. Ça montre à quel point je stresse. Alors, bonjour à tous. Je m'appelle Rabia Hussein et je viens de Djibouti. Et je vais vous parler, je suis entrepreneur social et je vais vous parler aujourd'hui d'un projet social que je suis venue porter dans Face to Gorilla. J'ai commencé par mon needs parce que j'ai du mal avec le time management. Donc, au risque de ne pas arriver jusqu'au bout de cette présentation, j'aurais besoin de 30 000 dollars. Je détaillerai dans les questions.
Good idea.
Alors, comme la plupart des pays africains, comme le mien et comme j'imagine le vôtre, vous tous dans cette salle, les premiers problèmes auxquels nous faisons face sont des challenges sociaux. L'accès à l'éducation, l'accès aux soins, l'environnement, la pauvreté. Bon, je ne vais pas vous dire qu'il n'y a que ça, on a aussi beaucoup de bel potentiel. Il y a juste qu'à voir aujourd'hui cette salle. Alors, beaucoup de jeunes, pour trouver d'autres alternatives, ont décidé, pour la plupart, de partir du continent. Alors, ces jeunes génèrent énormément de masse monétaire dans le continent, qui est très mal exploitée par l'économie africaine. Ils sont aussi la solution. La solution, c'est simple. C'est une plateforme de crowdfunding, rien de plus simple. Le plus qu'on va ajouter, le plus que Soka va apporter, c'est qu'il y aura des services liés sur cette plateforme qui vont assurer la fiabilité et surtout la durabilité et l'impact de ces projets-là. La taille du marché est quand même assez... C'est pas la présentation finale, mais je vais essayer de vous donner les chiffres du potentiel du marché. Rien que dans mon pays, au moins d'1 million d'habitants, nous avons au moins 50 000 Djiboutiens repartis dans le monde entier. Et dans toute l'Afrique, on parle d'un chiffre de plus de 194 millions d'Africains repartis dans le monde entier. Et aussi, selon les chiffres de la Banque mondiale, près de 60 milliards est injecté dans l'économie africaine par an. Alors, comment ça marche? C'est simple. Les porteurs de projets vont venir proposer leur projet sur la plateforme. On met en place une campagne de crowdfunding et surtout arriver à avoir mobilisé des dons. Ce que j'ai oublié, c'est que les gens ont la possibilité de rapporter leur expertise. Il n'est pas seulement question d'argent, vous pouvez aussi rapporter votre expertise et transférer vos skills aux communautés locales qui portent les projets. Une fois qu'on a travaillé sur le fundraising, on travaille sur la faisabilité et la fiabilité. C'est là qu'on rentre en jeu les services qu'on va mettre en place, qui vont aussi travailler dans la mise en œuvre et les suivis et évaluations de la suite des projets. Nous allons nous focaliser sur ces quatre grandes catégories, l'éducation, les healthcare, l'environnement et, je vous l'avais dit, j'étais pas bon en management time, et je crois que mes 3 minutes sont écoulées. Merci.
On va utiliser les questions pour te demander un peu plus.
Voilà, Hussein, nous avons une société sœur qui est une société de FinTech. Je ne sais pas combien de temps vous allez rester au Rwanda, mais j'aimerais vous mettre en contact avec eux pour que vous puissiez discuter.
Je suis là jusqu'à 22h aujourd'hui.
Bah, ça sera en ligne alors. Donc, je vais vous donner mes coordonnées.
Je serais ravie d'échanger.
L'idée, elle est excellente, mais il faut juste la revisiter et essayer d'arriver à une solution durable.
Merci. Merci.
I completely agree with Eugene in terms of we see remittances coming through from our perspective, and from a funding point of view, finding people in the diaspora to bring back money home. This is a fantastic concept. Have you tested it, or is it only in the plan stage?
Alors, on l'a essayé, mais pas sur une plateforme pour le moment. La plateforme, c'est maintenant qu'on y a pensé, la digitalisation, mais on a essayé sur un plan local, en passant par des associations de diaspora, vraiment à très bas niveau dans mon pays, mais pas encore justement sur cette plateforme. C'est justement comme ça que l'idée de toucher ce grand potentiel en partant d'une plateforme nous est venue.
Another question from me as well. As you may know, crowdfunding has picked up globally over the last few years massively because we have better software, before better interface, before better understanding. I'm sure you've done your homework and you've talked to some of the other big players. Have you tried to see what they're doing and if you can leverage some of their existing infrastructure and maybe make it more suited to Djibouti and to your area?
J'ai un peu regardé les grandes plateformes de crowdfunding, mais aucune n'était vraiment dirigée 100% vers la diaspora. Alors, Soka serait dirigé 100% vers la diaspora.
J'en connais une, je peux te mettre en contact.
Ce serait génial.
J'en connais une qui n'est pas particulièrement sur ton pays, mais qui est sur la diaspora en général. Donc je peux te mettre au moins vous pouvez échanger des idées et voir qu'est-ce qui se passe là-dessus.
Je serais ravie d'en savoir plus.
The amount that's required is really small. What is that going to be used for?
Le montant que tu demandes est assez petit. Pourquoi est-ce que tu veux ce montant? Comment est-ce que tu vas l'utiliser?
Il est assez petit parce que l'idée derrière, c'est que la plateforme puisse, en tant qu'entreprise sociale, l'idée c'est que tous les profits qu'on va générer puissent être injectés à 100% dans la plateforme et qu'elle puisse être autonome à partir de la 3e année. Donc on a voulu partir sur un fonds petit qui va principalement se placer sur la construction de la plateforme et surtout les ressources humaines. Les gens qui vont travailler sur les projets, qui vont travailler sur les terrains et qui vont surtout travailler dans l'évolution du projet sur le terrain. Donc, pour le moment, les 2 grands needs que Soka a besoin, c'est la construction de la plateforme et les ressources humaines pour travailler sur les projets avec ces communautés.
Moi, je te propose une chose. Okay. I'm offering one thing. J'ai un ami d'enfance et un grand homme d'affaires qui est basé à Djibouti, qui est de Djibouti. J'aimerais vous mettre en contact et j'aimerais qu'il me donne son avis, qu'il fasse sa due diligence un petit peu sur ce que tu es en train de faire. Parce que moi, je ne connais pas Djibouti du tout. Et j'aimerais qu'il fasse sa due diligence. Si après notre conversation, après que tu l'aies rencontré, que tu aies passé un peu du temps avec lui, c'est un spécialiste de la logistique, donc c'est assez intéressant. S'il me donne un feedback positif et on peut avoir un call tous ensemble et discuter de ce que tu veux faire, on va t'aider. La deuxième chose que je veux dire, c'est que je vais mettre mes collègues un peu on the spot. Comme j'ai un entrepreneur qui s'y connaît très bien en médias, sur plein d'autres choses, si la due diligence qu'on fait lui avec sa compagnie FinTech et moi avec mon ami à Djibouti aboutissent quelque part, peut-être qu'on peut faire un partenariat ensemble et voir comment te donner de la visibilité, comment te mettre en avant et comment supporter le projet. Oui?
Absolument, avec plaisir.
So, on a un deal. Do you want to do something with us? Robin as well.
We're very happy to be involved.
So let's get some feedback from that, from this 2-step due diligence. See what we can do, and for me, I would love you to prove the project in Djibouti and potentially beyond. because I think you're a big hub as well as a country, and so we could look at like a few other areas.
Thank you.
Merci, merci, thank you.
Oh, I was going to give you Jolly Finance. This for me. Okay.
Thank you. First, I want to give a big round of applause to all 5 entrepreneurs that we had here today. It takes a lot of guts to come on stage. It takes a lot of courage to be able to put your ideas forward, not to be afraid. And everything at the end of the day is through hard work, greed, determination, whatever those gorillas tell you. Say, you guys are silly, I'm going to make it work no matter what, and I believe in my idea. You know, and come talk to us and build it, and months after months, show us a track record, show us how you're growing, how you're persevering, and that's the way that you're going to get like all the support in the world. So I think it's a very important message. Like, you know, there's a guy, which is, you know, some names were mentioned today. I'm talking about a guy who founded Amazon, which is a company that we all of us know here. You know, at the end of the day, it was like, let's survive another day. Let's believe in my idea. Let's strive. There's competition. There's a lot of things happening. It's difficult. There's lack of funding. But if you persist and you keep going and you believe in your ideas, they will come forward. So keep going, and that's great. I want to thank our gorillas of the days, which through words of wisdom and hopefully some hard cash too, will be supporting those companies as we get more information or we go forward together. And before we close, I want to ask if Mohamed from Organisation internationale de la francophonie est là, et s'il veut se joindre à nous pour nous parler de son organisation et de son travail pour quelques minutes. I have to say francophonie was well represented, like with all our guys speaking French.
Bonjour Kicali. Bonjour à tous, Mohamed Traoré, je suis conseiller numérique et innovation auprès de son Excellence Louise Mushikiwabo, que je pense vous connaissez. Mesdames et messieurs les ministres, honorables assistances, distingués invités, tout d'abord je veux exprimer ici vraiment ma joie et je suis ravi et honoré de représenter l'Organisation internationale de la francophonie à triple titre, en fait. Déjà parce que son Excellence, Madame Louise Mushikiwabo, est donc rwandaise, et c'est ma première fois ici à Kigali. Et puis, quand je vois l'énergie, quand je vois la passion, ici, dans le cadre de ce sommet, de vous les jeunes qui vous connectez, qui discutez, qui échangez. J'ai pu échanger avec un certain nombre d'entre vous et franchement, je peux vous dire bravo parce que j'ai été inspiré et enrichi. Et je suis aussi ravi de la dynamique qui est en cours ici au Rwanda, à la fois en termes d'entrepreneuriat, en termes de formation, notamment sur les aspects numériques, et tout cet écosystème qui est en train vraiment de bouger. On voit la dynamique qu'il y a en Afrique, et franchement, ça fait plaisir. J'ai envie de vous dire, Murakosi. Alors, j'ai entendu une partie des pitchs qui ont été présentés, et les brillantes idées, et merci à nos gorillas d'aujourd'hui. Et je veux dire aussi un merci à Aphrodis, qui est General Manager du K-Lab, pour son accueil et pour avoir organisé cette session. Et lorsque nous sommes arrivés lundi soir, il m'a dit une chose que je retiens, qui est, Mohamed, la vie d'entrepreneur, c'est comme les montagnes ici au Rwanda. C'est-à-dire qu'il y a des hauts, il y a des bas, et il faut pouvoir monter, descendre de temps en temps et surtout avoir le courage et la détermination pour continuer. Eh bien nous, à l'Organisation internationale de la francophonie, on veut promouvoir, on veut aider, on veut aplanir ces montagnes. Et si on ne peut pas aplanir, on veut connecter avec d'autres écosystèmes en fonction des besoins, qu'ils soient des besoins en termes de formation, qu'ils soient des besoins en termes de connexion à des institutions de financement, d'accès aux ressources, qu'ils soient également des politiques qui créent le contexte favorable à l'entrepreneuriat et aussi à l'éducation qui est tant nécessaire pour construire le monde de demain. Nous avons donc soutenu et nous continuons à soutenir les innovations et nous continuons donc ce dispositif à travers l'ensemble de nos programmes et de nos actions, et en particulier sur les technologies numériques, mais pas que, aussi sur l'ensemble des chaînes de valeur en fonction des pays et des besoins et des priorités, parce que nous faisons cela, bien entendu, en aliment avec les besoins de l'État et des pays que nous servons. Et nous voulons maintenant, dans les années qui viennent, et sous l'impulsion et le leadership de son Excellence, véritablement passer à l'échelle. C'est-à-dire que lorsque vous avez une idée, lorsque vous avez un business, il faut véritablement avoir, dès le début, et je crois que ça a été souligné tout à l'heure, les notions de chiffres, les notions de modèle d'affaires. Comment est-ce qu'on croit? Comment est-ce qu'on peut se déployer à l'international? De quoi on a besoin en termes de connaissances sur le produit, le service, la réglementation, etc. Et tout ceci nécessite, n'est-ce pas, des compétences, nécessite des connexions. On n'est pas obligé de tout connaître. On doit se faire aussi entourer par les bonnes compétences, les bons conseils, comme ceux qu'on vient de recevoir aujourd'hui, pour se développer. C'est donc cela que nous voulons développer et passer à l'échelle, de façon à ce que nous construisons ensemble le futur. La première action, c'est donc en termes de connexion et de renforcement des capacités. Le deuxième élément, c'est en termes de connexion et de développement avec les institutions nécessaires, avec aussi des mentors, par exemple, de façon à ce que vous puissiez développer vos idées et véritablement les transformer en produits-services et toucher les clients et produire l'impact que vous recherchez. Et pour ce faire, nous allons travailler avec d'autres acteurs, donc le PNUD par exemple ici, mais aussi Smart Africa et d'autres, de façon à ce que nous puissions apporter toutes ces initiatives à l'échelle. Des initiatives, il y en a, et vous en connaissez. Et la difficulté aujourd'hui, et c'est ce à quoi nous allons nous atteler, c'est de vraiment faire les connexions au niveau de ces initiatives, de ces institutions, aussi tenant compte du secteur privé, n'est-ce pas, de façon à promouvoir l'entrepreneuriat, mais pas que, aussi les emplois qui sont nécessaires au développement inclusif. Et j'ai envie de dire, vous êtes les talents, vous avez des idées, nous voulons construire le futur et vous êtes certainement la solution de ce futur. Je crois que le motto de cette conférence I Take the Lead est complètement dans ce que nous attendons et que nous voulons soutenir. Le futur, il ne va pas se faire sans les jeunes que vous êtes. Il ne va pas se faire sans les jeunes que nous sommes. Le futur, c'est vous, et nous voulons le construire ensemble. Nous voulons agir ensemble. C'est pour cela qu'à l'aube du 50e anniversaire de l'Organisation internationale de la francophonie, nous fêtons 50 ans en 2020, nous avons l'intention de lancer une grande consultation dans les 88 en fait, États membres, en particulier donc l'Afrique, de façon à pouvoir recueillir vos idées, vos projets, et de façon à ce que nous puissions en faire une synthèse et véritablement agir ensemble. Je vais finir mes propos là-dessus. Turukumwe, j'espère que je prononce bien. We are together, on est ensemble. Merci.
Another big round of applause for the panelists. The gorillas is what they call them. They're the people that are making it happen for different and impressive ideas that all of us have. Now we're coming to the closing session officially, so we'll be starting in a short while. But meanwhile, allow me to call upon Makeda if she's around. She'll be here in a short while. She'll be taking us through the closing session. But meanwhile, we have a video presentation. If it's ready, we'll go ahead with that as we transition into the closing session. Thank you very much.
Like last year, is very excited to partner with the Ministry of Youth, whereby we're going to be leading the Youthconnekt Africa blocks, which are very important for the innovators to improve their businesses. When you talk about the facilitation of the 9 blocks, we're talking about the customer segment, which is very important, the value. Like last year, is very excited to partner with the Ministry of Youth, whereby we're going to be leading the Youthconnekt Africa Awards and the visualization for their projects. The Youthconnekt Award session is divided into 3 sections. The first section focuses on the key 9 business blocks, which are very important for the innovators to improve their businesses. When you talk about the facilitation of the 9 blocks, we're talking about the customer segment, which is very important, the value proposition, the distribution channels.
Do munsi imisozi imanuka iyindi nigushakisha ikiruta ikindi ubusa ibiyaga n'inzuzi nyinshi nabonye ibyiza byinshi kuri iyi si ariko amaso ntiyanyurwa.
All right. Allow me to come in a little bit. I love the freedom that we have here. Please take your seats. We are about to transition into the closing session tonight. If you may, please take your seats. We'll begin right away. And now, without further delay, I'm so privileged to have different dignitaries and honorables here, and all of you, of course, that are here tonight. But I would like to invite Makeda. She'll be taking on this session, this closing session. If you allow, please put your hands together for Makeda. You good?
All right. Thank you, Friday. Hello, everyone. Please take your seat. If you're not in your seat yet, we are going to commence with the closing ceremony to today. So please go ahead and find your seats. Can everyone hear me well? Yes? Good. Honorable Minister of Youth right here in Rwanda, Rosemary Mbabazi. Hi, how are you? Visiting honorable ministers, members of the diplomatic corps, of course,
nyemera ngo ikaze wowe wahisemo kuba natwe kuri televiziyo y'u Rwanda. Ibigendo byacu rero bikaba byimwe cyane kuri Kigali Convention Center, aho rero mu kanya gato hagiye kuba umuhango wo gusoza ku mugaragaro inama ya Connect Africa Summit ibaye ku nshuro yayo ya gatatu hano mu gihugu cy'u Rwanda. Njye nitwa Andrew Kareba. Ngira ngo mbibutse ko uno munsi waranzwe n'ibintu byinshi cyane. Uno munsi habayemo ibiganiro byinshi bitandukanye, aho rero abitabiriye ibi biganiro ahanini bagarutse ku kiganiro cyabaye mu gitondo cyo kurebera hamwe ukuntu abakorerabushake bo muri Afurika bashobora kongererwa ubushobozi kugira ngo byibura bagere cyane ku bantu benshi batuye ahantu batabona serivisi nkenerwa z'umunsi, kuko nk'uko UN muri raporo yayo muri 2018 igaragaza ivuga ko abantu bagera kuri miliyoni 68 ku isi bavanwa mu byabo cyangwa se bimuka bava mu bintu byabo bitewe n'inzara, bitewe no kubura ubushobozi cyangwa se kubura uburyo bashobora kubaho. Benshi baba bimurwa cyangwa se bava mu bihugu byabo cyangwa se batuye bitewe n'amakimbirane yo mu ngo cyangwa se bitewe nanone n'ikibazo cya politiki mu bihugu byabo. Bagira kuri miliyoni 68 bakavuga ngo kugira ngo bafashwe ahanini no kwabakorera bushake ya no hino abasaga hafi miliyari imwe ku isi hose aribo babasha kugira ngo batange serivisi zitandukanye. Ahangaha batanze urugero rwo mu Rwanda, aho nka Solid Africa company imwe ifasha abantu batishoboye bagemura kwa muganga ndetse no mu bundi buryo. Ariko mu Rwanda no munsi abakorera bushake cyangwa se volunteers bagera kuri 45. Ushobora kubaza ngo ni bake ntabwo ari bake, ariko tuvuze abakorera bushake abo ni babandi bo muri UN bahembwa. Reka tujye kujya muri session ya nyuma, tugiye kureba noneho abantu bagiye guhatanira igihembo nyamukuru no munsi n'ibandi.
Last year is very excited to partner with the Ministry of Youth, whereby we're going to be leading the Youthconnekt Africa Awards bootcamp. Youthconnekt Award session is divided into 3 sections. The first section focuses on the key 9 business blocks, which are very important for the innovators to improve their businesses. When you talk about the facilitation of the 9 blocks, we're talking about the customer segment, which is very important, the value proposition, the distribution channels, customer relationships are very important, revenue streams, key partners, activities, resources, and finally cost structures. The innovators are going to be taken through pitch canvas, and the focus here is going to be on the structure and the visualization for their project.
I focus on fulfilling the gap between persons with disabilities and the society, because I believe in leaving no one behind.
Cosmo pads are reusable sanitary pads that are made in Rwanda, and they are used from 2 to 3 years. And we made them to help girls stay in school, those ones who could not afford to buy sanitary pads.
My name is Junabai Israel. I'm from Chad, based in Central Africa. I'm a CEO of iPlus Global Solution, and we are offering several kind of consulting solution for young startups in Chad.
Notre projet EcoBuilders est une jeune entreprise, une jeune start-up innovante qui s'active dans la résolution du problème de la perte après-récolte en agriculture.
We also included session on study field trips, and for these field trips, the innovators were able to interact with members of the Knowledge Lab, the K Lab, and the Fab Lab. They also went to Amaco Paint and Duhan Make grain processing startup. Would not have been possible, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank our key sponsors who provided the awards, and here we're talking about the UNDP and COICA. I also would like to thank the judges who are with us for the different levels, and finally I would like to thank the participants, the innovators themselves, but also the facilitators who are with them for the past 3 days, the DOT facilitators, the Africa Marifo Limited, and also BDF.
That was the boot camp experience that we just spoke about. And before we give out the awards, in the interest of time, we can't show you all of the presentations, but we can show you two, just to give you a taste of what was shown by the innovators. So first up, I would like to introduce to this stage, coming from Cameroon, Juveline Gumgwa with her sustainable cooking solution.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I know all of you have eaten and are well fed. So here is a situation. Thousands of mothers wake up every morning to prepare food for hungry learners. The kitchens that they often cook these foods are closed with 3 stones, with a lot of smoke causing pollution upon the lungs, the hearts, as well as giving cancer diseases to these mothers. There is also a problem. Tons of metal scraps in Cameroon are left, which are causing pollution, and a lot of youths are also employed, which shows that 31.4% of youths in Africa are unemployed. Please, the next slide. Our solution involves improving the youth workforce available in Cameroon and in Africa. With its clean cooking products for the Cameroonian market, Bleakley Company specializes in designing sustainable cooking stoves by using a technology that recycles metal scraps to produce cooking stoves. We also recycle biomass waste using solar-powered biomass digesters to produce cooking fuel for these mothers. The next slide, please. So the impacts of our cooking stoves are reduced pollution as we recycle metal scraps. We also have reduced deforestation because this cooking does not cut down trees. Instead, we use biomass waste in cooking. We also have employment and job creation in Cameroon as we train youths on how they can produce cooking stoves which they can sell. We also employ youths to sell these cooking stoves for a 20% commission. And what is unique about our cooking stoves is that our cooking stoves produce 70% less smoke than traditional cooking stoves, thereby saving money that mothers would have spent curing heart diseases, cancer, and lung diseases. Also, our cooking stoves cook faster than the traditional cooking stoves, thereby saving the time that mothers would use in preparing breakfast. The next slide, please. So here is a short video showing how we recycle scraps in Cameroon, just 20 seconds, how we recycle scraps in Cameroon to produce cooking stoves. So we hope to be a sustainable solution to the challenges of environmental pollution of deforestation, as well as youth unemployment in Africa. In 5 years, we hope to save over 50,000 trees from being cut down and used as firewood. We also hope to save our environment from 300,000 tons of metallic waste polluting our landfills and our oceans. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next up, we have Luke Kizito from Kenya with his Science TV innovation.
This is a personal story. When I was born, the lady or the girl ahead of me was deaf. To her, a TV station or a TV channel playing was just pictures playing, and a radio was just a box. My name is Luke Muleka Kizito, the founder and director of sign language TV station Science TV, a TV station propagating social, economic, political, and talent development of persons with disabilities, broadcasting in sign language with voice as an override.
In the country. And though this is a really huge number, you'd be surprised at how many of us are factored out of being seen as amazing potential romantic partners because of a national psychology that says they don't want or need sex.
Voice off, please.
They don't think about sex.
Voice of the video.
Would they even know what to do with it if it happened?
The government of Kenya is the proud convener of the first ever Global Sustainable Blue Economy Conference to be held from the 26th to 28th November 2018 in Nairobi, Kenya.
Can you tell us more about... Imagine a world where there's access to information, where there's gender equality, job opportunities. Persons with disabilities face more challenges in the society. Access to information is not there in our society. We have 3 goals at Science Media: stigma and discrimination free, inclusion, and job opportunity. The major issue, as we are aware about the UN Convention on the Rights of the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, we have to live independently and make sure that persons with disabilities can live long, where there's access to information and they can use technology to express their needs. This is where Sign TV are unique. I want you to take a minute and watch the video that we have. Just take a minute, show the video, but don't give the sound. Did you get what was happening on the video? Did you understand anything? If there's anyone who got the information that was being passed, can you kindly wave on the air? I believe the answer is no. That is how deaf persons have been surviving all along before the establishment of Science TV. At Science TV, 60% of the employees are persons with disabilities. We want to see and make sure that persons with disability can express themselves in their own way, and that's why we provide platform for that, where they showcase their talent. At Science TV, the environment is friendly for persons with disabilities. But also, we have our able technical team that works on our social media, where you get information just at a click of the button. We make sure that we don't leave anyone behind. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. At Science TV, we'll bring all persons with disability to the dinner table where they participate in decision-making that will influence their social issues, their economic issues, and all inclusivity in the society. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So that was just a taste, only 2 of the presentations and the powerful innovations that these nominees have come up with. And so now I think it's time to give out the awards. So each category, there is 4 of them, and each category has 3 winners. There is the 3rd place prize, 2nd place prize, and 1st place prize. For 3rd place, it is $1,500. 2nd place, $2,500, and 1st place, it is $5,000. So the 4 categories are, and these are the things that are considered, by the way: viability, growth, uniqueness, and expertise, okay? So, first category, economic development, and this prize is Pioneers for Prosperity Award. Then there's the Access to Technology and Innovation and ICT category, which is the Digital Inclusion Award. Then we have the Innovative Female Contribution category, which is the Girls in Innovation Award. And then we have Social Development category, which is the Social Innovation Award. So let's get started. For the economic development category, the 3rd prize winner is, just kidding, we need the presenter first. So would the UNDP resident representative for Gabon please join me on the stage, Francis James.
Can I call Israel Jenabaye from Chad for I+. Allez mon frère tchadien, venez, venez. C'est votre moment.
Israel has just won $1,500 to go towards his business I+. Okay. Now for the 2nd prize, the 2nd place winner for the Economic Development Pioneer for Prosperity Award, I would like to invite the country director for Rwanda to join me on the stage. She's going to help me to give out this next reward. Thank you.
And the winner is Ambrose.
Ambrose Mvuvi from Kenya for Nico Apiary Farms. Ambrose is winning $2,500 for her business growth. His business growth, pardon me. Congratulations, and now for the 1st prize winner for the Economic Development Pioneer for Prosperity Award. Please join me on stage, the Deputy Country Director for COICA, to present the first place winner.
Congratulations, Jubeline Ngwa, Cameroon.
Jubeline has just won $5,000 to go towards her business that you just saw her presentation about for sustainable cooking. Now we'll be moving on to our next category. The category is Access to Technology, Innovation, and ICT. And for the third place prize, I'd like to invite on the stage the UNDP Resident Representative for Niger, Diana Ofwona.
Congratulations, Stephen Tashobia, Uganda.
Stephen's company is Wekebere Devices, and he won $1,500 towards his business. Okay, for our second place winner for Access to Technology, Innovation, and ICT category, can the Minister of Youth for Cameroon please join me on the stage?
Second place belongs to Mr. Tafara Makaza, Zimbabwe.
Tafara Makaza is winning $2,500 to go towards his company, Zim Taxi. Thank you. And for the first place prize, $5,000 for the Access to Technology, Innovation, and ICT category, I'd like to ask Mr. Lamine Mane, Director of UNDP Regional Service Center in Addis Ababa, to join me on the stage to help me give it out.
Congratulations, felicitations, hongera sana. The first prize in this category has been won by Mr. Luke Kizito Leka, Kenya.
Luke Kizito has just won $5,000 to go towards his business, Science TV. Okay. So for the next category, which is for innovative female contribution, we'll be giving out, congratulations. We will be giving out the third place prize. This winner will be getting $1,500 towards their business. Could the UNDP resident representative for Senegal, Amata Diabate, please join me on the stage to give it out?
Good afternoon. I am proud to announce that the winner is Mademoiselle Ndeye Marie Aïda Djengene of Senegal.
Ndeye Marie Aida is winning $1,500 to go towards her business, Eco Builders. For the second place winner, who's going to be winning $2,500 towards their innovation for the Innovative Female Contribution category, could Honorable Nudine Ben Ahmed, Minister of Youth for Comoros, please join me on the stage?
Merci. Pour le gagnant, c'est Beth Koyeji Wanguju de Kenya.
Beth is winning $2,500 towards her company, Magic Water. Okay. Congratulations, Beth, coming all the way from Kenya. And now for the first prize for Innovative Female Contribution category, I'd like to ask Honorable Yalem Tsege, the Minister of Youth for Ethiopia, to join me on stage.
Hello.
The winner is Bladin from Rwanda.
Bladine Umuzi Ranenge from Rwanda won $5,000 to go towards her business, Cosmo Pads. Congratulations. And now, as we move into our final category, let's prepare to receive our awardees. This final category is Social Development, which is the Social Innovation Award. And for third prize, could the UNDP resident representative for Congo-Brazzaville please join me on the stage, Malé Diop.
Okay. Good afternoon. The winner is Mr. Boloy Jire Pukwa of DR Congo. DR Congo.
Boloy has won $1,500 for his company Eau Potus. For the second place winner for the social development category, can the Minister of Youth for Burkina Faso please join me on the stage, Honorable Salifo Tiampore.
Bonsoir. Alors le gagnant à ce niveau, c'est Monsieur Théogène Ingabire du Rwanda.
Théogène has won $2,500 for his project, which produces compost through effective microorganism technology. And thank you very much. And our final prize for the day is the first prize, which is $5,000 in the category of social development, which is the Social Innovation Award. I would like to ask the Minister of Youth for Guinea-Bissau to join me on the stage, Honorable Pereira.
Good afternoon. My congratulations to the Kelvin Emmanuel Steven, Tanzania.
Kelvin has won $5,000 to go towards his company, Maswa Chalks Factory. Now, before we close out the award ceremony, we have one more special award that's actually offered by Rwanda, and this award is for the most social delegate that's been in this Youthconnekt Africa this year. And what I mean by most social is the person who's been the most active on social medias for the past 3 days. This person is going to be getting a Made in Rwanda Mara phone. So, if you've been on social media, this could be you. The winner is Israel Jonabaye from Chad. Could the Rwanda country director please join me on stage? Mrs. Violette, can you please join me on stage to give this award? Yes, social media has paid off for you, my brother. Can the Rwanda country director please join me on stage to give out this Made in Rwanda Mara phone? There's only one phone, huh?
Joined by the minister from Mauritania.
The Minister of Youth from Mauritania is joining the country director on stage to give out this phone for the most active on social media this year for the Youthconnekt Africa Summit. Congratulations. Now, as we close out, please help me to welcome to the stage a youth delegate who's going to be giving a vote of thanks, Gerard Shirinda. Please come to the stage to give the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, honorable ministers and delegates of the Youth Summit. I think you will agree with me that we leave here as inspired people. Bitter as it may be to part ways with one another, we are all returning home knowing that we've made 10,000 more new friends than we had when we came here. However, before we bid each other farewell, I would like to just reflect on how the past few days have been for me and what some of my experiences have been and some of the things that moved me. And I'll begin with the opening session. I think that was a very inspirational moment personally, the discussion on taking our continent forward, a panel that I had the privilege of being a part of. What really amazed me about this panel was, for the first time, it was young people who were given the stage to open such a very important conference. We usually attend conferences, but we are being spoken to. This time we felt we had a voice. And that for me personally was amazing. I believe what was unlocked by His Excellency was also quite powerful. His message to us as young people was, we are the government. I think that for me was very liberating, because oftentimes we tend to complain, but I learned that complaining is not a strategy. You can go and vote, you can go and start implementing on projects which you feel you have the capacity to, and thanks to Youthconnekt, a lot of us have been equipped to do so. So as we leave this place today, leave knowing that you are a change maker and you are going to create change in your communities and your societies. We move on to day 2, turning passion into profit. Didier Drogba's one statement that really caught me was, we should pursue our dreams with passion. I believe everyone in this room has a dream. The question is, how are you pursuing it? Are you pursuing it with the passion that you're supposed to pursue it? If you weren't, I think pursue it with the passion you are ought to pursue it, and you will see that dream become a reality. Again today, he mentioned something that was quite profound, and that was never forget where you come from. He could have played for the France national team, but he chose to go back home and play for his national team. You also have that opportunity. Yes, the borders are going to open. Yes, there are opportunities out of our boundaries and our countries. But we now also need to be aware that there is somewhere we all come from, and we have a mandate to contribute to where it is that we came from. One issue that I guess also touched me quite profoundly was the session on youth well-being and economic growth. The discussion on child defilement and child marriages, I thought was a very, very topical discussion, because these are issues taking place in our societies. And it's up to us to be responsible young people, responsible leaders, to make sure that there is an end that's brought to these issues. I'm very grateful that the level of political will that is being shown around this seems to be increasing. So I leave here hopeful, knowing that next year when we meet again, and if this issue is brought up, people are sharing just how much change has taken place and how positively life is being impacted of young women. Then there was the designing the future, youth driving SDGs. I feel sometimes we say a lot of stuff, but we never really know what we are saying. You know, we tend to have these phrases that catch on. But I really reflected and I said to myself, okay, the 3 E's concept, I guess for me was quite profound, which spoke about education, entrepreneurship, and empowerment. 3 areas I'm involved in personally in my life. And how often do we think about education for the girl child? Are we making enough investment? Because day in, day out, we hear that there's a lot happening here. But are we being intentional in terms of making investment in this space? Job creation is a big issue. How many of us are going to live here and are going to create jobs? Sometimes we often think of, oh, I just want to start a business and do A, B, C, D, but are we actually thinking in a sustainable way, which is, I want to create employment for my society. I look at my peers in my society and my heart breaks because they are jobless. So we need to leave here and say to ourselves, let us go and empower other people. Let us go and empower young people within our societies. We have come here and we've been empowered by the best speakers and in the world. So how are we going to take what we have learned and go and empower others? Lastly, this morning the First Lady had a session on pathways to development. There's a quote that I picked up from her, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, success will depend on you attaining the right attitude and work ethic. Surround yourself with people that push you to explore your limitless potential. This, for me, is something I am walking out with today. I am reflecting on who I'm surrounding myself with. I am reflecting on my personal attitude as a person. Because I have realized that sometimes I do complain. I have been blaming the government. I have been blaming other circumstances except myself. So my attitude is something that is going to change. Dear friends, this may be the end of an event, but this is just the beginning of a journey. A journey that can only be achieved when we come together. When we spoke of integration on the first day, that's what integration is. Integration is coming together and solving the challenges of our community and our society. And I would really love to thank at this point the people who have made this possible for us. Firstly, the government of Rwanda. We thank you for being such amazing hosts. A lot of people I interacted with came here for the first time, and their lives will never be the same. I have been here a few times, but every time I come here, there is something new. We also like to thank UNDP for the amazing investment that you are making in the lives of young people on the continent. We would also like to thank Koika. Thank you very much. And most importantly, we would like to thank you for coming, all the delegates, for making this Youthconnekt a very powerful event and an amazing event. May God bless you, and most of all, may God bless Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gerard. Liberia is also an implementing country of Youthconnekt Africa. Can the Honorable Minister of Youth for Liberia please come on stage to give your remarks? Okay.
Thank you. Hello, Rwanda. Hello, Uganda, Nigeria, Sierra Leone. Hello, Africa. Thank you so much. And allow me to stand on existing protocol to bring you our greetings on behalf of my president, His Excellency Dr. George Weah, my head minister, Honorable D. Zioga Wilson, the entire government and people of Liberia, as well as Mr. Parlamin, who is the resident representative for UNDP Liberia, Mr. Joseph Johnson, who happens to be the Youthconnekt Liberia National Coordinator, and the rest of the Liberian delegation. Also, let me use this opportunity on behalf of the government of Liberia to extend my thanks and appreciation to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, who I personally refer to as the African innovator, for his steadfast leadership and vision in transforming the lives of African youths with the establishment of the Youthconnekt Africa initiative. I would be very ungrateful if I did not also say a big thank you to the Honorable Minister of Youth, Rosemary Babazi. Thank you. The entire government and the people of Rwanda for the highest level of hospitality rendered us so far. You know, this is my first visit to Rwanda. When my flight landed, I felt I was landing in some part of America or Europe before I got to realize that indeed this is Africa. You know, Youthconnekt Africa, from all indications, offers stars of brightening hope for the youth of this continent. But the offer of hope, which I take to be mere words, and the realization of that hope, which I would say is action, are two different things. Africa can only benefit from all of the hopes for the youth that Youthconnekt offers only if there is the will for us to put our voice into action. In order to feel the presence of the vision of Youthconnekt, which of course is connecting African youth for socio-economic empowerment, we must act, and the youth themselves must take advantage of the opportunity. Let me end with this. I know it will not be favorable to top politicians, but that's okay. Africa has never been a place that have lacked sweet words, but we have always been a continent that have lacked sweet implementation. Therefore, we must take Youthconnekt as a different case and make sure our voice will be backed by what we do to empower the lives of the young people. Liberia, of course, is proud to be associated with this. Again, thanks to the government and people of Rwanda, small American in Africa, for the successful hosting of this year's summit. And Liberia is wishing and hoping to host next year. Hopefully, we will beat down Rwanda, and that will be the biggest summit ever to have happened in Africa. May God bless Africa. Thank you.
Thank you. Now to officially close out this year's Youthconnekt Africa Summit, I'd like to invite to the stage our host, our very own Rwandan Minister of Youth, Honorable Rosemary Mbabazi.
Good evening to you all. As you're so quiet, you don't seem to want to leave. Hello. Hi. Can we give a big five to each one of you? Just someone neighbor to your neighbor. A big five. That is from Rwanda. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we can stop. That is overdose. Are you back? Okay, well, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, development partners and private sector, our young people present today, all protocol observed. I really want to take this opportunity to thank you all for the past amazing productive days that we have concluded at this moment. Allow me to start by recognizing the amazing leaders who have made time amidst their busy schedules to join us during this period. I really want to recognize ministers of youth and heads of government delegations present here. I cannot mention everyone by name, but I really want to say thank you very much, ministers and heads of delegation, for being here. Merci beaucoup. Ogablado. I'm trying to speak. My friend, my minister from Sao Tome. I've forgotten how you taught me how to greet. Obrigado. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really want also to thank the partners from the development partners, especially UNDP, UNFPA, UNICEF, WFP, UN Women, all the UN agency systems. I really want to thank you very much for being here with us. I also want to thank the private sector and the civil society present here. I really want to say thank you very much for being with us. The young people, you've been amazing people this time. It's the only forum I didn't find young people complaining. What was the secret? I really enjoyed having discussions with you, and everywhere we took a lot of selfies. And sometimes I would think the people who went are the same coming back. And I say, aren't you the one we took selfies a few minutes ago? But it seems there were more and more. Thank you very much for the evening run, the last night's run. Thank you for being there for the concert. Thank you very much for being there. There's also another concert happening after here, by the way. Youthconnekt is only made possible through the partnerships we have had with development partners and the private sector. One key partner who have taken this up particularly is the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, who have adopted Youthconnekt as a model program for youth empowerment that can be scaled through national chapters that adopt the most relevant programs. But also we have, as I mentioned, in Rwanda, we are working with the whole UN system to implement Youthconnekt program. Allow me also to recognize our partners who have made this experience very possible. I want to start with KOICA. KOICA has been with us over time. I want to give them a round of applause. They are great partners with the government of Rwanda. They've been there in the education sector, they've been there in ICT, and also youth empowerment. And the list can grow on and on. I really want to thank the support and partnership with our partner, Korea. And also the UNDP, as I mentioned, those were the core organizers. But I also want to mention other partners that have really made it possible. I talked about them in the beginning, but I want to reemphasize it again. We have, as I mentioned, Korea, KOICA from the Republic of Korea. We have UNDP Rwanda, UNDP Region Office, Regional Service Center that made this awarding process very possible. Mr. Lamin, thank you very much for the support. They have also been there for the expansion of Youthconnekt program. They supported countries, specific countries in expanding Youthconnekt programs in those countries that we talked about. Now we are 12, but more countries have requested also to join Youthconnekt, and it's open door. We also want to recognize and thank UN Women, UN Habitat, UNFPA, Imbuto Foundation, the foundation of Madam First Lady, Digital Opportunity Trust. I think you saw the marathon first issued to our young people that will take Made in Africa. Made in? UN Women, RDB, SEED, Rwanda, as I mentioned, they also gave us a discount for whoever was flying in Rwanda using Rwanda, VSO, Oxfam, Andela, JCI Rwanda, NIEL, Africa Leadership University, ALU. Oh, you're here. JICA, Plan International, APEF, HP Life Foundation, USID, Belgium Corporation, GIZ, and Inyanje that gave us water that we were taking the whole day. I cannot list everyone who has contributed something here because it's very important that all of us contributed something. And now the event is coming to the close. We are very excited. We connected. But now what is important is to put the excitement that we had from here, the connection that we had here into action. That's what is going to make a difference. So if we say Youthconnekt is about action, and my colleague ministers mentioned that, Ms. Ahun has mentioned about that, and all partners here, even in young people, it is about action, putting all that we have discussed into action. Without action, we'll come back here and we say the same words and repeat ourselves. And action is seen in the innovations of the young people. Congratulations. I want to mention this as I'm concluding. The young people, their entries were about 1,000 entries that submitted their proposals. To come up to 12 projects, it was not easy. This was the support of all partners that worked together, led by the Regional Service Center, and they came up with outstanding innovations. We want those innovations to be sustainable. We want them to grow. We want them to grow to scale up to other countries. We want you to go and be Youthconnekt champions in your own countries. And we want to see your actions growing and growing so that we come back here. When you tell us the report that you have employed this number, X number of people, this is the main objective. But also providing platform where young people can be supported. You can see that this ecosystem can work everywhere whenever there is a will. And from the discussion that we've seen here, we could see that there was political will. The political will is not from only government, as we said. All of us, we are government, we were told. So the political will has been there and should stay there, and we would like to see this happening. Every time we meet, we want some innovations. As you also recall, we had steering committee and honorable ministers requested to host Youthconnekt Africa Summit. We had 4 countries express interest. We don't want to announce the countries that are going to be hosting that because we want to consult with the technical team, but the dates remain the same. It will be the same October 9th to 11th, but we are going to communicate as soon as possible. We are all on social media, on internet, we are connected. We are going to be announcing where does this event go in the near future so that we can meet in another country, not only in Rwanda, because it is Youthconnekt Africa Summit. As we come to the conclusion, I want to tell all of you that congratulations to the young people. And we're having an exciting evening today again. Before you leave, you can visit some exciting places. You can take souvenirs from Rwanda. You can learn some Kinyarwanda so that when you come back, you can remember the words you said last time. And also there will be, as I said, an exciting concert planned by the city of Kigali that will be in a special, the car-free zone. We have a location where there is car-free area, there is no car, people walk. You will go out and enjoy, but enjoy responsibly. It is very important that we give you all these opportunities. We talk about teenage pregnancies, we talk about drug addiction, we talk about human trafficking. These are issues that come to you, but we want you to be the one to be responsible for your own lives because your life is in your hands. And as we conclude, I really want to thank you very much. Murakoze cyane, safe journey back home. Thank you so much.
ni Youthconnekt Africa Summit 2019. Youthconnekt ibaye ku nshuro ya gatatu mu gihugu cy'u Rwanda, ariko Youthconnekt ntabwo ari ijambo rishya mu matwi y'abanyarwanda ko Youthconnekt yatangiye muri 2012 mu gihugu cy'u Rwanda. Ni igitekerezo cyazanywe na Minisiteri y'Urubyiruko ikaba yatangije ku mugaragaro n'umukuru w'igihugu cy'u Rwanda imyaka 8 irashize. Nk'uko Minisitiri w'Urubyiruko w'u Rwanda abitangaje, avuze ko ibihugu bigera kuri 4 byamaze bisaba ko bishobora kuzakira Youthconnekt umwaka utaha. Ibyo bihugu 4 harimo Liberia, harimo Ubugande, harimo Ethiopia, harimo ndetse na Ghana, ariko ntago baramenya ngo ni kiye gihugu kizakira cyangwa se kizemerwa. Uno munsi nanone leta y'u Rwanda cyane binyuze muri Minisiteri y'Urubyiruko i Geneva mu Busuwisi bakaba bakiriye igihembo cya Arab Gulf Fund, ni ikigega cy'abarabugisha kwiterambere. Ni igihembo bageneye Youthconnekt nka kimwe mu bisubizo u Rwanda rwazanye $200,000 by'amadolari y'Amerika. Youthconnekt yahembwe ahabwa Minisiteri y'Urubyiruko y'u Rwanda kubera igitekerezo cyiza ino minisiteri yazanye igitekerezo cyo guteza imbere urubyiruko rw'u Rwanda muri rusange, bagabanya ubushomeri mu rubyiruko, nk'uko zimwe mu ntego nyamukuru za Youthconnekt. Icyo igamije Youthconnekt ariko ku rwego rwa Afurika harimo byibura ko bagomba gushakira imirimo urubyiruko rwa Afurika, imirimo igera kuri miliyoni 10, urubyiruko rugera kuri miliyoni 10. Nanone ntabwo ari ibyo byonyine, kuko harimo nanone byibura guhuza urubyiruko rwa Afurika, urubyiruko rugera kuri miliyoni 25 kugira ngo bahure bahanahane amakuru. Youthconnekt 2019 kuba igeze ku musozo yitabiriwe ku bwitabire bwo hejuru cyane, yitabiriwe n'abantu benshi baturutse hirya no hino. Umwaka ushize twabonye abantu baturutse mu bihugu 90, uno mwaka yongeye igihugu kimwe, ibihugu 91 biturutse hirya no hino ku isi. Birumvikana ku munsi wa mbere w'umukuru w'igihugu yatangizaga Youthconnekt Africa ku nshuro yayo ya gatatu, urubyiruko rwitabiriye bakaba bakabaga hafi ibihumbi 10. Iminsi yakurikiye umunsi wa 2 na 3 abitabiriye Youthconnekt bakaba barageraga ku bihumbi 4. Urumva rero ko ibihugu bikongera byiyongera nako n'udusha turushaho kugenda tuba twishura. Twabibutsa gatoya uno munsi waranzwe n'ibintu byinshi cyane. Mu kanya gato bahabaye icyo twita ngo ni Fest de Gorillas, aho barebera hamwe ba rwiyemezamirimo baturutse muri Afrika bafite imishinga ifite ihuriye no guteza imbere urubyiruko cyangwa se abanyafrika muri rusange, ariko iyo mishinga ugasanga hanini idafite amafaranga. Bakaba babahuza rero n'abashoramari kugira ngo bashe kugura imigabane muri iyo mishinga yabo, aho ubonye amafaranga menshi akenshi ahabwa amadolari 200 y'amadolari y'abanyamerika cyangwa se bakagura imigabane muri iyo mishinga yabo. Ni session yabaye mu kanya gatoya. Session yaje kuyikurikira rero haje kurikiraho guhemba imishinga y'abarwiyemezamirimo y'indashyikirwa badepoje muri abo muri Afrika. Imishinga yageze kuri finali yari imishinga y'abantu bagera kuri 12 buri kategori, bagiye bahembamo abantu 3 buryo buri kategori imwe. Uwa mbere yahabwaga amadolari 5,000, uwa kabiri 2,500, uwa gatatu 1,500. Youthconnekt Africa Summit ku nshuro ya gatatu mu Rwanda ikaba rero isojwe na Minisitiri w'Urubyiruko w'u Rwanda. Kashimye by'umwihariko equipe ngari RB yabanye natwe kugira ngo twagezeho iyi summit cyangwa se iyi nama imaze kujya ku rwego rwa Afrika. Tunareba ese mu kwezi kwa 10 2020 tariki ya 9 kugera 11 ni ikihe gihugu kizakira ino nama, ese izagaruka mu Rwanda? Nabyo no kubitega amaso. Nitwa Andrew Kareba.